Caleb Williams is, from the very beginning, a spread quarterback.
Mhm.
All right. I don't think what they asked him to do last year was beneficial. I don't necessarily, although I love Ben Johnson, I don't necessarily think that this is a perfect relationship. Now, it could very well be true that Caleb Williams is an excellent quarterback and Ben Johnson runs an excellent offense, but I don't think that it's necessarily just a given that those two things are going to gel just because they're so radically different. My concern is that Caleb isn't going to be able to play to the level that Ben expects a quarterback to play in his system. He's going to have all the wow stuff. You guys saw it last year. He has all those throws. He has all the extra effort ability. I'm not concerned at all about that. I'm concerned about the stuff that, quite honestly, when you hear Tom Brady talk about quarterbacks, that's all he cares about. Where's the discipline? Where are your eyes? Is the ball out of your hand on time? That's all he cares about because that consistently wins. The extra stuff is great. You got to have that extra stuff if you're Pat Mahomes, in the same mold as Caleb Williams. You got to have that. But what did Pat have? Andy Reid, who gave him structure. When does he ever get in trouble? When he gets out of the structure and he tries to do things on his own and create. He loses 2 Super Bowls badly. So it's a smaller version with what you're dealing with. You're trying to build something in Chicago. That is my concern. I think Ben's offense is great. I think I watch him. He reinvents himself in that style every week. It's brilliant. And he did it for several years. So he's a good coach. Now, is he a leader of men? That's the other thing. We don't want to get too far down the road, but a lot of teams are just hiring coordinators now. These guys got to stand up in front of a room and talk to these guys and lead them, a la like a Mike McDaniels, who I love. I've been with him in Houston, but he's shown that maybe that's not his strength, even though I love the guy. Is Ben able to do that? There's a lot of questions there. But I think the number one is, can Caleb fit into this system that they're definitely putting together in Chicago?